Hello, option traders. I am going to introduce you to an incredibly powerful trading system. This is the one option system. It's very, very easy to use. I'm going to go through a couple of rule bases here. They're very intuitive. Swing traders use a 1 hour chart. The system was designed around the 1 hour time frame. At the top of the platform, you'll see H1. The system will calculate buy and sell signals based on these different time frames, but for swing trading, H1 is ideal. This sets up for 2 to 5 day time frames. So you could be in the trade for anywhere from 2 days to maybe 5 days. So here you see we're in the trade for about 4 days. Here we're in for about 6 or 7 days. Here we're in for a very short amount of time. There you're only 2 days or so. So use that H1 time frame in the platform. Use the current SPY signal as your guide on which side of the market you should be on. So if the SPY is on a buy signal, you should be looking at stocks that are on a buy signal. So you would not want to be looking for stocks that are on a buy signal when the market is up here on a sell signal. Those of you who have been subscribers of mine before, you know that I preach market first, market first, market first. And by the way, yes, you could simply use the system to trade SPY options and you would do very well with it. Buy at the bottom of the range. Sell at the top of the range. Also, very intuitive. So you would not be wanting a buy signal up here at the top of the range. And if you're using the 1 hour time frame, this chart's going to display about 15 or 20 days worth of data. I find it to be perfect for flipping charts and just looking visually, is the stock at the bottom of the range or is it at the top of the range? If it's in the middle of the range, I would ignore those signals as well. I would really focus on the extremes. So this would be a great buy signal right in here. This one, it's still towards the lower end of the range. It wouldn't be too bad. And there's a really nice sell signal. So buy in the low side of the range, short at the high side of the range. Use the opening price as your stop. These signals, when they come out, the stock or the SPY in this case is going to want to run. So right here is the opening price of the buy signal bar. That's our stop. If you get a close below that stop line right there, that opening price, you should be out of the trade. Same thing here. This is where your stop would be. There's the signal. There's the high end of that bar. That's where your stop is. There's your sell signal. There's the opening price. That's your stop. So on sell signals, on sell arrows, the stock is going to be closing lower than its opening price. So you'll have a little bit of cushion, but what this does is it keeps your losses very, very small. But you are positioned to take advantage of these big moves. So in a second, I'm going to show you some liquid stocks that have great options, and we'll take a look at some of the signals so you'll be able to actually see this in action. Finally, you can keep your broker. If you're doing swing trading analysis, the platform is available on an end of day basis. All of the intraday charts are loaded after the market closes, so you can go back in. If you haven't taken the 1 week free trial, start there. Take the 1 week free trial. You'll be able to see all the prior signals. I think you're going to be amazed at what you see. Let's go into the platform and start taking a look at some of these signals. And make sure that I'm in the 1 hour time frame. And you can see that Adobe, this is currently being recorded on the 25th of September. I really like Adobe down here. Got a nice little buy signal. So that's one that I'm going to be watching today, and I'll probably put an alert on it as well. This is a simple list that I've created, so I'm just going to click through a couple of them. I'll go into Apple. Everybody likes to trade Apple. You can see I've already got a couple of alerts on Apple so that if it bounces, I'm ready for it. Gorgeous, gorgeous sell signal. My stop would be right there, but it didn't get stopped. You can see the stock has fallen from $160 down to $152. That's an incredible move. If you're trading weekly options, you're probably talking about a 300% winner on that. Nice little buy in here. As soon as it went from buy to sell, you would sell your calls and you would pivot into a put position, which incidentally, the market right in here happened to be on a sell signal as well. So this would be valid. It's towards the upper end of the range, so you're good in that regard too. Nice little sell signal in here as well. Now here's a buy right in here. Didn't do much, and you would have pivoted to a sell, so you wouldn't have really, maybe you would have made a little bit of money. Let's say you scratched that trade. Scroll back and take a look. Now there's a sell signal right here, and you would have been stopped right there. So actually you'd have been stopped right there. There's the opening price, and you can see you'd be stopped right there. Ultimately, it did turn out to be a nice sell signal. I'll just scroll back a little bit further. There you've got another stop. So you're talking about getting stopped out here for pennies and nickels, but when you do catch the moves, you're going to be catching really big $2, $3, $4 gains using the system. I'm just going to scroll down. We'll look at Boeing. Fantastic. So I wouldn't be taking this sell signal down here at the low end of the range, but that buy signal, you bet. That turns out to be a fantastic buy signal right in there. And there's another one right there. Really nice buy signal there. Nice sell signal here. Good sell signal right there. Maybe we'll go into, I don't know, I guess Baba's next. We can take a look at Alibaba. Really nice buy signal right in there. Take the 1 week free trial, come in. I could randomly go through all of these stocks in here and take a look at it. You would see similar, very, very, very small losses and very nice, big, meaty winners. There's a decent sell signal, and because we didn't close above it, that sell signal would stay valid. You wouldn't stop out of that. So it opened here, but it closed here. So you're closing below this stop right here. So you're in it for that trade. That's from 175 down to 165, let's call it. Really nice buy signal in there as well on Alibaba. Very easy to use. Just use those basic principles. You stay in the 1 hour time frame. You use the SPY as your guide. If the SPY is on a buy, then you want to trade from the long side. If it's on a sell, then you want to be shorting. You want to be on the put side. And that opening price is your stop out point. So I hope you come in and take a look at this. If you're an option trader and you like to trade a 2 to 5 day time frame, this is going to be ideal for you. Thank you. I hope to see you in the chat room.